But what they told me at that point was like, you're never going to get out of here. You know, you're never going to get out of here. And I remember the first time one of them said that to me, I was like, I was too naive to really, believe it. I was like, oh, whatever, I'll do a year or two without here and they all let me go. And then I started seeing guys around me who had been in solitary for 10 years. A friend of mine, he's actually out now. His name is Peter. He works, I think he's like a clerk back in Michigan. But he was my neighbor. He was in solitary for 10 years. There was a guy across from me that was like, this guy was one of the most fascinating people I've ever met. He was a con man. Like, he was masterful at manipulating the officers, but he was in for 20 years. He had in solitary for 20 years. And so when I started seeing that, I was like, man, I might never get out of here, And the first 2 years, I was like kind of resigning myself. I remember writing my dad this letter. I wrote my dad this letter, and I just said, you should just go on with your life, because they're never going to let me out of here. And my dad wrote me back, and he said, I can't even pretend to act like I understand the world that you're in, but I will never leave your side. And so that's how resigned I was to the idea that I was going to die in there.